My body is here, but my mind and spirit is still firmly in Ukraine.
Canadian citizen Luc Chénier established himself and his family here in Montreal after a 17-day-long journey of fleeing the war in Ukraine, the place he's called home for the last 22 years. Now that the Ontario native is safe in Canada, he's up at all hours throughout the night on his computer and his phone so he can get his job done as CEO of the Kyiv Post, the oldest English language newspaper in Ukraine. He wants to ensure journalism and the truth prevail and that no one is silenced by the Russian invasion.
Every night I start working at 1 o'clock in the morning with our newspaper, the Kyiv Post. I talk to all my reporters. Just before this interview, I just finished my last reports of the day because they're about to go to bed. So I'm just checking in. How much body armor do we need to buy our journalists? Today we were negotiating how many helmets and body vests because tomorrow they're going to 2 other hot zones that they have to report.
Although Chénier isn't on the ground in Ukraine doing the reporting, he says he witnesses the haunting destruction and the scenes of horror in real time through uncensored photos sent to him by his team.
I'm not a journalist, but these pictures are haunting me for the rest of my life because it's really, really disgusting what I'm seeing.
Chénier says it's a nightmare he never imagined. Leading up to the Russian invasion, he had been on high alert, notified that he could be in danger. He planned a vacation in Canada with his wife Irina and daughters Maya, age 17, and Milena, 2 years old, scheduled to take off on February 24th.
That morning, we were supposed to leave at 8, and at 5:18, the first bomb dropped maybe about a kilometer away from our house, and it really jumped out of bed, but halfway out of jumping out of bed is when the hard reality kicks in. Oh my God, it's really happening.
It took the family 5 days just to make it out of Ukraine by car.
When I crossed over into Hungary several weeks ago to safety, I had absolutely no happiness in me. I just crossed and it was like just dead emotions inside, but instead it was huge guilt of crossing because I felt I was leaving everybody behind, and why was I safe and why did they have to keep fighting?
Even if he didn't take up arms on the front line of the war, he says his weapon is raising awareness.
My role is to continue to the rest of the world to know what's really happening and to continue. So that's my machine gun, is my media outlet, and to continue telling the world what's really happening.
As for life in Montreal, Chénier is focusing on adapting, raising funds for Ukraine, and keeping the Kyiv Post going from afar.
It's a step-by-step. I don't view more than a couple of days ahead. I'm just viewing on what I can do now and how we can work. And my job now is to get the truth out there, to get as many people as possible, but at the same time to get my family integrated.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.